All right, we were talking about it's leaking out that Joel Embiid won't be the MVP. A lot of people get mad. Says that he look most likely is starting to leak out that he's going to be NBA All Second Team. And people saying, well, he's the first player to do this. He led the league in scoring. He did this, that, and the third. Right, but you got to understand too, it was all about a narrative being pushed for Joel Embiid's MVP push, and once that narrative disappeared, was gone. But first, talk about the T Wolves real quick. Apparently, the Minnesota Timberwolves won the championship last night. I watched a little bit of that game. It just playing tournament, bro. It's for little boy shit, little kids. It just who cares? We had 82 games to establish who was the champion. I mean, who getting the eighth or seventh seed? You know what I'm saying? 32 games, and it's not like the NCAA tournament where a lower seed can make the run at all. Timberwolves had a bunch of talent over the years, and Carl Anthony Towns uh, couldn't get it done. Didn't really do much yesterday. Started to come on hot, I heard, once before he fouled out, and just showing why he's not the guy. He just showed that he's just not that guy. And and he just probably best as a number three type of player. He still don't understand it. Where you got to make your hay through the block. He's starting to get to the block more, but you got what was D'Angelo Russell the number one overall pick, or am I tripping? I think they got D'Angelo Russell may have been the number one overall. Or was he number two? My bad. He was something. He was number one or number two overall. Yeah, he was number two overall. Yep, he's number two overall pick. I think, yeah, Karl Anthony Towns was number one that year, right? So he went number two. So you got the one and two number one overall picks from 2015. Um, right. In addition to that, you got the number one overall pick in Anthony Edwards. You got a really good glue guy in Malik Beasley. Don't they got like Jared Culliver, one of them damn boys over there. They got a ton of talent. You know what I'm saying? And Patrick Beverly is giving them a veteran presence to uh mush it all together, right? He giving a veteran presence. So I mean, at the end of the day, when you look at it, man, hopefully this isn't a blip, because that's people up in Minnesota begging for a winner off the court for them. They begging for a winner, right? They begging for a winner. They sold out like seven straight games, or six of they seven straight sellouts was down the end of the season when they started to win. So, the Minnesota showing that Minneapolis and the Minnesota up there showing that if you put a winner on the field, we will come and do it. And Shaq and them making fun of them, talking about they celebrating the championship. But when the last time Minnesota, been to the playoffs? You got to ask yourself that. So it's been a while since Minnesota been to the playoffs. But like I said before, just let you know how low the bar is. But you got two number one overall picks, a number two overall pick over there. You got another number one overall pick in Andrew Wiggins over there, and they couldn't do nothing. So something ain't going right there in Minnesota. I know they got new ownership up there, but something ain't right. You know, Especially if they don't continue moving forward this season. But you got to understand that's big for them. They might not win a game versus the Grizzlies. They might get a game. That's big for them. For all them years of maturity, Karl Anthony Towns got a huge contract. And for Patrick Beverly, it was big for him because he was able to beat his former team who didn't really, want to financially support, what he was worth, like what he thought he was worth. So it was huge for him. It wasn't like they beat the Clippers at full strength. It ain't even like the Clippers should be in this position, especially with Paul George being out all that time, but Kawhi being out. But so you know, but like I said, Shaq and them, making fun of them, bro. Talking about they won the championship, this, that, and third. Them. They ain't won up there in a long time. Let them people have everything, man. Social media, everything a joke. But then when somebody make fun of Shaq, you know what I'm saying? Shaq want to cry. He want to get mad and this, that, and the third. So he can dish it, but he can't take it. He can dish it, but he can't take it. And like I said, that was huge for them last night. Let them have their time in the sun. And NBA don't do a great job supporting small markets anyway. They don't do a great job supporting the small markets. So let them have their time. That's a big win. They got the 17. They got a date with Memphis. So, no, I ain't gonna laugh at that, bro. The NBA don't support nothing but big markets. They want to, it'd be the Lakers, the Celtics every year. Only reason Miami had rose to prominence because that's where LeBron wanted to go. And that's where Shaq ended up going. So they don't really do a great job of marketing they small markets or they mid level. I mean, really, it's just if you big or small market. Imagine if they put up the same attention to Atlanta as they put in LA. That should Atlanta is a great fan base. Got probably one of the few all majority black audiences in sports. So I mean, it is what it is. They should have their day in the sun, man. That was huge. Shouldn't even have to play a damn play-in game. It's so fucking stupid. Everything is a money grab in the NBA. You shouldn't have to play a play-in game. You play 82 games. I can see if they was tied. And you got tiebreakers for that. No matter how hard they try, you look at them TV ratings, ain't nothing to laugh about. They ain't nothing to sing home about. Look at their TV ratings for that game. I'm like, kid gave a hell about the NBA, bro. The NBA, when they players start playing, when they players start, when they start changing the rules for more offense and people start taking load management, when they took the rest of the physicality out the game with the Spurs and the Pistons, it's no longer worth watching, bro. Sorry. It's not no competitiveness, no more rivalries, no more I can elbow a nigga in the chest to send a message. It's trash. My Bubba Dub voice. The NBA been trash, bro. And the NFL headed to the same way. It's hockey time to step up. Now let's move on to Joel Embiid, right? So now it's starting to leak out that Joel Embiid says last season Joel Embiid became the first player since Shaq in 1995 to be the MVP runner-up, but failed to make first team All NBA, and it's likely going to happen again this year. It's criminal that Embiid won't have first team selection after dominating these 2 seasons. At the end of the day, it was a shame for a lot of people that ran into Michael Jordan. What about all the 2 guards that ran into Michael Jordan? You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it go. They only want to, if you a forward, it's 2 possible spaces if you a power forward. If you're a point guard, it's 2 possible spaces. If you, 2 possible spaces if you're a guard. They got 2 shooting guards, 2 forward positions. You know what I'm saying, and 1 center, and that's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. At the end of the day, it's MVP. It's not the best player award. That's what people need to get through their mind. Now, should they come up with the best player award? That should be sweet. That'd be fire if they came up with the best player award for the best player in the NBA. Forget that most valuable. That's what it means. The most valuable to his team. It's not the best player in the NBA award. We got to get that out of our mind. It's the most valuable. It's the most valuable player. And what they can say about Minnesota is they missing Jamal Murray. They're missing Michael Porter Jr., two of their 3 best players. Why was Joel Embiid named so hot? Why was Joel so hot? Because the Ben Simmons narrative. When Ben Simmons got moved and they got James Harden, his MVP went down the drain this year. It was a narrative. Always this damn narrative. It's always narrative. Well, you could have gave Michael Jordan every MVP from this point. You could have gave LeBron every MVP from this joint. That's fine. But we seen when they removed Michael, the Bulls still was a playoff team. Wasn't championship caliber team, but you get my drift. LeBron was valuable, but then again, you got to look at it too. The offense revolved around LeBron. He never wanted to get a ball up. He never wanted to play in the real offense. He never wanted to play for a real coach because he is the coach in the gym. So it's all his own undoing. And people get mad saying it sucks. Can't get mad at it. It's the most valuable player award. That's what it is. So they saying this is the confirmed ballot, right? So I'm pretty much guessing this is I'm pretty much guessing, this is what they saying, right? And my thing is, I never really understood why media members got the vote. So the Philadelphia 76ers, fans gonna play, oh, he deserved it after last year. He did this, he did that, man. When Ben Simmons, his whole narrative was he was balling without Ben Simmons. He had them in the thick of the things without Ben Simmons. That was his narrative. That shit is gone when James Harden got there. And they started to slip too. And when they played each other, Jokic got the better of him. Now, all around player, most definitely is Jokic. He a better defender. He can, do the same. Only thing he really don't do better than Jokic probably pass. But Jokic make all them guys over there better. You got to think what he doing. He bringing a ball up the court, playing point guard. Yoel get the ball at the top of the key. He thinking about scoring. And he was playing well, but without the Ben Simmons narrative, it's over with. Maybe he played in New York, LA. They could push him to the top. But without the Ben Simmons narrative, it's a wrap. And you look at the numbers. We look at the numbers too, but you look, first place votes. You got Jokic, one for Jokic, two for Jokic. Somebody from Illustrated didn't vote. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 votes for Jokic. Right? And for Joel Embiid, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Giannis got 1, 2, 3. He kind of missed Brook Lopez this year, but that was very important. That is what it is. All right, man. Jokic he had a better narrative. I want to say that better narrative. He just, he didn't have his top 2 players and they still in position to do something, the 6th seed. The whole thing about Joel Embiid was, oh, he's doing it without James Harden. Oh, he's doing it without James Harden. He's doing this. He's doing this without Ben Simmons. And when Ben Simmons when they traded Ben Simmons, all that came to an end. Not saying he don't deserve it, But you look what he's doing, man. Phenomenal numbers, bro. He played 68 games out of 82, 30.6 points a game. Apparently, he won the scoring title, which I don't understand that because, hold on. Because they changed the scoring title this year. Somebody was saying they changed the scoring title to total points and not the average, which, because, LeBron averaged 30.3 points a game, but they saying they changed it to total points. I'm not sure. Who cares? And 11.7 rebounds, 4.2 assists. He shot basically 50% from the field. Great three-point percentage, 37.1, 81.4 from the free throw line. He also got in there and got 2.5 blocks. My bad. He got 1.5 blocks a game, 1.5 steals. He turned the ball over 3.1 point times a game, but that's going to happen. Then you compare that to Jokic. He scored 27.1 points a game. He grabbed basically 14 rebounds. He averaged 8 assists. He shot 60% from the field, 58.3. He shot 33.7 from 3. Free throw percentage, he was 81. So there you go. Blocks, he probably didn't got a blocking average of blocking his career, 0.9 block, 1.5 steals. Man, his numbers better than fucking Joel Embiid. His numbers better, but people, what hurt worse about Joel Embiid, bro, which I wouldn't even argue if they gave it to Joel Embiid, but James Harden a sucker too. And he played 74 games to Joel Embiid 68, so that's not far off. What kind of, also, yeah, he missed some games because of that suspension too. Then he also played some throwback ball too and knocked Mark and one of the Moore twins on their ass. And then they said next time we see Jokic, it's on like butter popcorn. And his brothers, 2 big ass brothers, so we do MMA. We're gonna be at the Heat game. Y'all can pull up if y'all want to. And ain't nobody pull up. They didn't want no smoke when they found out his brother's background. And the great thing about, they matched up earlier this year, I say this, is Jokic was asked about the rivalry. He said they don't even really care about none of that. MVPs and that. He said basically they just want to put the position back in prominence again. They want to bring the centers back. And if Joel Embiid is winning awards, he winning awards to bring the center back. That's their mission. That's their mission statement is bring the center position back to prominence, which they trying to kill that from basketball too. So I mean, it's sad that it's only one center spot, bro. It's too bad Joel Embiid can't get a forward spot or Jokic couldn't get a forward spot. But like I said, when Ben Simmons got traded, the narrative went down to drain. I ain't saying that he don't deserve to be MVP. I'm not saying that at all. But I understand why Jokic is MVP. Without the two best players in a small market in Denver. Come on, but like I said before, you could do co-MVPs if they wanted to. I ain't really mad about it. Either or deserve to be MVP, but Jokic doing something that's amazing and facilitating the ball, and he a 7-foot point guard. Shit. So it is what it is. But when Ben Simmons' narrative went away, that hurt Joel Embiid's stock. Then Doc Rivers and them niggas kept blowing 15-point leads too, so that also helped. But hey, that is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notification. We go live, we drop a video. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal by hitting the link tree link in the description. You can find me everywhere there. Financial want to donate, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Or that's on the screen. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Appreciate the love and support. Comment, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notifications. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.